What do you mean you're still at work? That was the first thing I heard through the bedroom door. The problem was, I wasn't supposed to be here. It was a Thursday in early spring. I was in our flat in Clapham. I'd taken a rare day off. Burnout, my boss called it, but I just needed a breather. I wanted to surprise my wife. Instead, I froze. Because that wasn't how she talked to me. Her voice was softer, playful, almost younger. And then she laughed. Not the polite laugh she gave me over dinner. This one was real, raw, intimate. I leaned closer to the door, barely breathing. "Relax," she whispered. "He won't be home for hours." That's when everything inside me shifted. I still didn't know that what I was about to see wasn't even the worst part. I didn't burst in. That's what people think they do. Kick the door open, start shouting. But real betrayal doesn't work like that. It paralyzes you first. I stood there, my entire life rearranging itself in silence. Then her voice again, lower now. "Just don't text me again today. It's risky." Risky. Not wrong. Not immoral. Calculated. I stepped back quietly, forced myself to make noise in the kitchen. A cupboard, footsteps, a glass on the counter. I gave her a chance to get her story straight. The bedroom door opened too fast. She stood there, Emily, my wife of 6 years. Perfect hair, perfect smile. Perfect lie already forming. "You're home," she said, blinking. A split second of panic flashed across her face, then it was gone, replaced with warmth. She hugged me. I hugged her back, and that's when I noticed. Her phone was gone. We'd met in Birmingham. She was climbing the ladder in marketing, I was an accountant. Her ambition, her charm, the way she made every room feel like it revolved around her. I loved that. At least I thought I did. We moved to London, got a flat in Clapham, built what looked like a perfect life. Dinner dates in Borough Market, weekends in the Cotswolds. Everything curated, even our marriage. Looking back, the signs were there. Late nights, her phone always face down, passwords changing. But you ignore things when the alternative is destroying everything you've built. That's the trap, and I walked right into it. That night, I couldn't sleep. Emily lay next to me, breathing steadily. I stared at the ceiling, replaying her voice. "Don't text me again today." Who was he? I waited. 5 minutes, 10, 15. Then I reached over and picked up her phone. Locked. I tried our anniversary. Denied. Her birthday. Denied. Then I thought about her. Not the version I married, the version I saw today. Cold, calculated. I typed in a number I hadn't thought about in years. Her ex-boyfriend's birthday. Unlocked. That's when everything changed. The messages weren't subtle. They were confident, like she'd been doing this a long time. His name was Ryan. Photos, plans, hotel reservations. But the worst part? The timestamps. Midday, afternoons, sometimes just an hour after she texted me, "Miss you," with a red heart. I kept scrolling. Then I saw it. Ryan, same time tomorrow. Emily, yes. He'll be at work. This wasn't spontaneous. This was scheduled, routine, a second life. The next morning, I didn't confront her. I made coffee, kissed her goodbye, watched her leave. Then I sat down and started planning. Betrayal changes you. It strips something away and replaces it with something colder, more patient. I wasn't going to scream. I was going to understand everything. First, I checked our joint account. Transactions, the same hotel, over and over again. The Lexington Hotel. Always mid-afternoon, always the same room type. Then I checked her work schedule. She wasn't in the office most of those afternoons. She was lying, consistently, effortlessly. I leaned back in my chair and smiled. Not because it was funny, but because I finally understood the game, and I was about to change the rules. I hired a solicitor that same week. Quiet office in the city. No drama, just facts. Document everything. Protect the assets. And when this ends, I don't want her to see it coming. Over the next 2 weeks, I became someone else. I smiled more, played the part of the loving husband better than I ever had. Emily noticed. "You've been different lately," she said one night. "Better different or worse?" I asked. She smiled. "Better." I nodded. "Good." Because I was better at hiding, at waiting, at watching. Every day, I gathered more. Photos, receipts, even a private investigator. I wanted no room for doubt, no escape. The breaking point came on a Thursday. She kissed me goodbye at 8:15 a.m. "Big meeting today," she said. By 1:30 p.m., she was in that hotel room with him. I was across the street, watching, camera in hand. When I saw them walk in together, laughing, touching, like I didn't exist, something inside me finally went quiet. No anger, no pain, just clarity. This wasn't just cheating. This was disrespect. And that, I don't forgive. The divorce papers were filed the following Monday. She didn't know yet. I waited until Friday night. We had reservations at a restaurant in Soho, one of her favorites. Halfway through dinner, she reached across the table. "I love you," she said. I looked at her, really looked, and for the first time, I saw nothing. I reached into my jacket, pulled out an envelope, and slid it across the table. "What's this?" she asked. "Your biggest secret," I said calmly. She laughed, then opened it. Her face went pale. Photos, messages, hotel receipts, all of it. "Jason," she whispered. "Please, this isn't what it looks like." "Stop," I said quietly. And she did, because she knew it was over. "I had the day off," I said. "I heard your call. I just wanted to see how far it went." Tears filled her eyes, but I felt nothing. She tried everything. Denial, excuses, blame. None of it mattered. It was about consequence, and I'd already decided how this would end. 3 months later, the divorce was finalized. She lost the flat, the savings, most of her leverage. Ryan married. His wife received a package too. I never followed up. Some endings don't require witnessing. I moved out of Clapham, found a quiet place in Brooklyn. No noise, no illusions, just space to think. People ask if I miss her. I don't. I miss the version of reality I thought I had, but that version never existed. Sometimes, late at night, I think back to that moment, standing in the hallway, hearing her laugh. And I realize that was the moment my life actually began, not ended.